Hey there everyone, it's Joe from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, selling you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. This is your weekly precious metals price analysis where we take a look at the big four: gold, silver, platinum and palladium. Of course, head over to youtube.com/bullionnow to hit the big red subscribe button because we are the winning team. You know that we're the winning team. Join us. We're a fun family. It's a whole barrel of laughs over here and extra good specials and videos, and you'll get that warm and fuzzy feeling as soon as you hit the big red subscribe button. You'll get a big dopamine hit in your brain circuits. All right, I'll keep this really quick. I think not a huge amount to tell. We had this move up to, in the last this is in the daily time frame, move up to 1,875. Interesting in the last few days, but it's since back down. We're currently at 1,835 US dollars, of course, and we're using the tradingview.com website. If I was going to say if I was a betting man, but I'm not much of a betting man. It's not as much as as much as everyone else. But when we're not out of the woods yet. I do say that a lot, but I don't think we're out of the woods. We did come up to that close to that 1885 area that I was talking about, which I said we definitely want to break above there and then range a little bit above that 1885 amount, but we didn't break through it. So for me, I'm still I will say I'm still bearish in the short term for the gold price, at least within the next week or so. It looks like I would suggest possibly, and I don't like to give definite calls, but it looks possibly like we may see at least a little bit of a lower price in the next coming week, I would suggest. And could it just bounce off 1800 right here and then head on its merry way back up? Quite possible, but a little bit of a dip, I think, coming personally. Of course, none of what I say is financial advice. Of course, do your own research and maybe just consider dollar cost averaging over time. But interestingly, this on the daily time frame right here, I had this $1,800 level. It actually coincides with the 200-day exponential moving average right there. So you can see that the EMA, 200 EMA, right there. So yeah, potentially, shall we bounce off there around about your $1,800 level mark and then head back up? Quite possibly, but also bear in mind I did mention, I think it was last week or the week before's video, the sort of overall trend. And if we were heading down further, and I'll get rid of these, the overall trend would tell me that we'd be heading, sort of closer to this 1550 mark. Now, what would negate that? Obviously, higher prices, obviously. But I definitely do want to see it move above that 1885 mark, as I said before. Around about, as I said, let me put the lines back in. Right about there. I want to see it move above and hover above there for a while in order for me to be confident. So that's gold in the US dollar price. I do think lower prices are coming just in the next week or so. We'll just say that for now. Where it's going to, though, I don't know, but I do think just slightly lower from here. That is gold. We will not look at gold on the Australian dollar. So we'll go straight to silver. Silver is looking a little bit interesting here, at least on the daily time frame. It's just right where it is right now. It's been skirting around this $24 US mark. Maybe if I just go into the 4 hour and have a look at this. Again, I do these mostly on the fly. What you could see here, is that a head and shoulders pattern? I'm not quite sure. So you've got a shoulder, a head right there. But if you look at that on the 4 hour, it tried to become a full head and shoulders pattern and then it was rejected. If I go back on the daily, this is interesting because usually what will happen if gold is going down, then silver will follow. But just literally looking at the chart as I see it in this very second, this little green candle, that if that was to poke right up right there, it wouldn't surprise me. So what you do want to see, and I've mentioned this before, I want to see it, I mentioned this last week, I want to see it move above 2440, and then just like the 1885 with gold, I want to see it stay above 2440 for, a decent period of time. And I want to see it spike above quite high above there for me to say, oh yeah, we're just continuing on our merry way up. We're not there yet, but it's just very interesting right there how we're just hovering just above this 27 2370 level I've talked about previously. And looks like, interestingly, I had that drawn in before, this trend line right here is still holding up. Can you see that? So through these few points right there is still holding up nicely for the moment. And this tiny little green candle between the price range of about 23.80 and 23.90, 23.80 and 20.24, so 20 cent price range. Oh, let's see. I will stay indeterminate for the moment. But I guess on balance of probability, if I think gold is heading down, that would say that silver is possibly heading down too. But I just don't want to say 100%. So that's my my little target I need to get above, so that $24.40 level before I can say, yep, out of the woods. And if we break down from here, the next level, or the big level I've been talking about, let's see right here, if this is not a screaming rocket up, and we'd actually probably in the next, this is the weekly time frame, in the next week, if we were to scream above 24.40, we'd be looking to head towards the $26 level in probably the next week or two. That's what would happen. But if we break down further from here, and if we come anywhere sort of close, if we come close to that $22 level, the next big level moving down is your $19.70, $19.80 level right there. And I think I even put down here, these couple here are about your $19 to $18.80 roughly would be the next two big levels. In my opinion, slightly indeterminate for silver. Again, on balance of probability, if I think gold's going down in the next week, then silver might have a bit of a dip too, but that could not be the case at all. Maybe people think that silver is a better play than gold. So you never know, you might see an offshoot up in the opposite direction to gold, which would then push the gold to silver ratio. That would move it down. Let's have a look right here. Gold to silver ratio. I just keep missing it right here. So if gold is going up, so if gold is going down and silver is going up, that would mean that the price is narrowing, which you would see a lowering in the gold to silver ratio price. Does that make sense? As the price between gold and silver narrows, it gets closer to each other because silver is going up and gold is going down, you do see a lowering in the gold to silver ratio. So you never know. If silver goes up in the next week, gold goes down, you're going to see a dip in the gold to silver ratio, which means gold is getting closer to, silver is getting to the closer to the price of gold. So, you know, a lot of people do feel silver is undervalued at the moment. You may feel the same. All right, platinum. Platinum, I will remain. Let me have a look on the weekly time frame. We had that spike. Actually, I'll go back to the daily. My apologies. And I'll get rid of this. In the last few days, we did have that spike, as you remember, all the way up to 1,081 US dollars. Since then, a spike down to just under $1,000, so 997 US dollars, that is. 930 US dollars for spot price in platinum. And since tracking back up, the overall trend, go back to the weekly. Yeah, well, I would suggest that we are not yet, I can't yet say we're continuing our move up. We have had a little spike above this level I've been talking about, around about your 1,050 level, but it is just a little spike, and we're not out of the dead cat bounce situation just yet, where you have a price rise, you come back down, it comes back up, it looks like it's, oh, we're out of the woods, and then around about kind of here-ish is when it goes, just kidding, and then it keeps going back down. So we're not out of the dead cat bounce scenario just yet. I would need to see it get above the $1,050 level before I could say we're out of dead cat bounce, and then we're heading on up from there. So that's what you want to see. You want to see it head above and stay above 1,050 to be confident in that. Moving down further, if we were, yes, you've got this level here of $955, and you can just pause this video for the next targets moving lower. They are the horizontal blue lines. And finally, we've got Palladium. Same as last week. I know this is pretty boring. It's just the same as last week. It's just in this current trading range between about 21.80 and 20. That's a big range, I know, but and 26.60. Not a lot is happening at the moment. It is just being indeterminate, and it is trading through time at the moment. I'll leave it at that for now. We would, if we are breaking down further, we would want to see it break below 2170. This is in US dollar terms, 2170, and break significantly below. So I would suggest if it breaks 2100, then you're going to start seeing lower prices from there down to your next level would be around about your 1850, and then your next level down from to there would be about 1615, which is the previous all-time high, all the way back here. If it's going to let me, oh no, we're at right there. Oh, it's only a previous all-time high right there. But those are the two next levels moving down. I told you I was going to keep it really short and sharp. I won't do the levels moving higher just yet. Again, you could just pause this video for those. I will do sort of a macro view in Palladium one day soon, probably in the new year. Speaking of the new year and Christmas and all that, we did list our Christmas trading hours to do with, when are we going to be open, when are we going to be closed in between, what date we come back, etc., and what's going to happen with order fulfillment, what date you need to order up until to sort of almost guarantee that you'll get it before Christmas. Watch this video. The one thing it didn't include is the fact that the website is going to be continually open throughout the entire period. So we don't close the website. It is open 24 hours, 7 days a week through the Christmas period as well. So you can buy anytime you like during that period. Of course, the best bullion bars and coins, and of course, our unallocated program as well. If you're not familiar with it, go to the unallocated section of the website here and just click on one of the unallocated product pages. Read this little blurb right here and watch the two videos. We go through it in depth, what it is, how it works for you, the benefits of it. Of course, you're buying in at spot price, and it's perfect for if there's a big dip over the Christmas period, but you don't know what you want, just lock in the spot price. That's all you need to do. And then you've locked away spot price. And then later on, when you choose what you want from the website, you just pay the premium, the little difference between spot price and the retail price of that coin. But again, watch the videos and that will explain everything. All right, leave it at that. Hope to see you in next week, which I will see you next week, but I hope that the prices are going where you want them to go, whether that be down because you want to buy more, or whether that be up because you want that warm and fuzzy feeling of knowing that your investment is going up, and we all think it will, of course, in the longer term. Now I'm rambling, so I'm going to go. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the big red subscribe button. Stay safe. I'll speak to you soon.